Welcome to Global Tax Talks Tax in 60 Seconds. I'm Will Morris, and here are some things to watch out for in the coming week. It's been a relatively quiet week on the tax front, although there has been speculation in the EU on whether, when the finance ministers meet on May 14th, they'll approve the latest compromise text to the faster proposal on withholding tax in the EU, as well as approving VAT in the digital age, or VIDA, which provides for needed modernisation and updates to the VAT rules. More on that next week. But I wanted to reflect for 60 seconds on the question of tax transparency following some recent developments. As I've mentioned before, both EU public country-by-country reporting and the Australian version are now imminent. And we've had the Voluntary Global Reporting Initiative, or GRI 207-4 standard, also looking at public CBCR for some time, but it continues to spread in influence. However, in Brussels recently, the Fair Tax Foundation and CSR Europe launched a slightly different voluntary standard called the Tax Responsibility and Transparency Index. Businesses report into the organization on issues such as policy and strategy, transparency and reporting, and contribution and narrative. They receive back a scorecard which shows how they compare to their peers. Now, to assess those areas, the index considers, amongst other things, commitment to the spirit as well as the letter of the law, an OECD and now also a CSRD standard, public policy and lobbying, involvement in tax controversies, and interestingly, not just public CBCR reporting of corporate income taxes, but also of total taxes paid, generally a much bigger number. Whether companies then disclose their scores out of 100 is totally up to them. It's an interesting idea, and while several of those standards will be challenging to some, the anonymity and opportunity to benchmark will be attractive to others. And it's encouraging to see some form of a carrot for businesses to demonstrate their tax sustainability and governance procedures, rather than yet another stick in the form just of required reporting. But it is another clear direction of travel in the tax transparency debate. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and come back next week so that you stay global tax ready.